I'm going to take this ordinary, okay, this is just a bar of Dove unscented soap. Trying to figure out where the camera is. And I'm going to shred it. Oh, that reminds me. No, I might need it. Let me see. Shred it and then put it. I'm not a very efficient. I'm gonna make liquid hand soap, and this is a bottle that I already made. It is. I'm recycling, basically. I'm recycling plastic bottles. This was an old soft soap bottle, and I made lavender vanilla hand soap. I used a bar of ivory soap, and I did already try it out. I put a little bit in my hand and washed my hands with it, and my hands came out squeaky clean. So I know it works. It's brown because of the vanilla essential oil that's in it, but it also has lavender essential oil. So the idea is to add 4 cups of water and boil that, and I'm going to do that in the microwave, and then to shred the bar of soap and add it to that. So that's why I have this bowl, is to put the soap in there. Another ingredient that I don't have, that I add later, actually tomorrow, is glycerin, and it's about a teaspoon of glycerin. I started out with a teaspoon of glycerin for this one. When I washed my hands with it, and it came out squeaky clean, I thought that doesn't feel like there's any kind of moisturizer in it, and so I added a little bit more glycerin to it. I haven't tried it out since then, though. So I'm just gonna let this sit for a few more hours and then try it out maybe tonight, later tonight. So right now it's 20 minutes to 8 p.m. So I'll probably try it around midnight to see how that goes. This is a grater. It's Bosca, and I got it from Amazon.com, and has a little container. So let's see. It doesn't take very long to grate the soap, or to shred the soap, or however you want to say it. And I know I used, you have to be very careful with these parts are very sharp, very, very sharp. I even carved a piece of skin, not deep, not enough to create a bloody mess. But I forgot that my finger was down a little further than it should have been. I was like, oh! But that was pretty close to down. So that goes in better than the ivory soap got all, that's a pretty good. The ivory soap got, maybe it was bigger, it shredded bigger or something, but this is it's the same one. I've been using this grater for it. Probably have enough. I don't have to. Whew, that's a lot. So then put this out. Yeah, there's not as much, hardly anything here, you know. When I did the ivory one, that kind of all stuck and bunched up right there. And this part wasn't even filled. And I thought, how odd is that? So I'm just going to put that right there. Put this near the sink. And going to fill this with water. And you get a better look and take a nice good look at the... And I use filtered water. I use 4 cups of filtered water. 4 cups of filtered water that I'm going to get the soap out of the way. And like I said, cleanup should be very easy because it's already apply soap and water. So I'm gonna nuke it. A little bit, cleanup is a little bit better with the paper towel, I see. This is not a wet paper towel yet. It will be soon though. So the microwave is gonna nuke it for 2 minutes. That's just the water, mind you, and I have I'm gonna use a wooden spoon to stir the soap in. The bad thing with Select-A-Size is it always tears off at the point where I don't want it to tear off it. But I found it's increasingly harder to find non-Select-A-Size paper towels. And I was looking for regular sheet, full sheet paper towels that are not Select-A-Size so that I can make cleaning wipes, because I make my own cleaning wipes too. And from the trial and error, this looks like coconut. Trial and error is with the wipes is that if you don't let a little bit of air get in, your wipes can get moldy before you're done using the roll. Cleaning wipes I make with half a roll of paper towels, or a little less than half a roll of paper towels, and then I add them to, I don't have one here, an old coffee container. I can show you this one. Something like that. This is not wipes though. And the other day, oh, I can show you the lid though. Here's the lid. It said the Clean and Simple. I used the Clean and Simple solution, and I have since, now there's a hole, an actual hole that you can see in there. I have since cut the tips off to make that hole, because I think it was Sunday I went in and used a wipe, and they were coming out really nice, and but I guess when it tore off, it slipped down behind underneath the lid, so I had to take the lid off. And when I took the lid off, I noticed there were moldy spots on the wipes, and I'm like, ooh, I'm cleaning my counters with this? So that kind of freaked me out a little bit. So I'm gonna add a little more. So that's about half, and it does look like it's very liquidy. It's very thin. Liquidy, of course it's liquidy. 4 cups of water. And so what I think I'll do, I won't have to use the whole thing. I'm gonna use the whole thing. When it solidifies, it'll look like white Jello. That's I put a lid on it, store it in the garage overnight, and then but once it's stirred, then it becomes a little bit looser, a little bit thinner. Once you stir it and then pour it into a container. And I do have, where is that container? I have a container, a new container now, and it's going to be this one that the soap's going to go into. This is from a generic Pedialyte bottle. I got it, I had to buy the Pedialyte for my cat who had chronic kidney disease, and he died in March because of complications to that. So, oh, it's very white. So I'm just going to stir all that in. If it is too thick, then I'll just add more water, add more warm water to it, and then stir that in and let that sit for several hours, maybe 6 or so. But right now it is, I have to stir it so that the soap flakes melt. And I must say that it's much whiter than the color of the water is whiter than when I had the Ivory soap in there. The Ivory soap, maybe it just wasn't mixing well with the water. I'm thinking it's soap. Doesn't soap mix well with water? LOL. So what I'm going to do is let this sit. It needs to sit for 15 minutes. I'm going to let it sit for 15 minutes. Out like that exactly. Turn off the thing. I'm not going to let it run for 15 minutes. And I'll come back in 15 minutes. Okay, it's been 15 minutes, and it is a little bit thicker than it was, and it is supposed to be a little bit thicker before you set that timer for 15 minutes. And when I do this, I can feel it is very soft. The Dove soap box says sensitive skin, moisturizing cream, sensitive skin beauty bar, hypoallergenic moisturizing cream. I think it's a quarter moisturizing cream. So I may not even have to put any glycerin in this one. It probably already has it. So it doesn't really say that. I had the wrapper. I don't have the wrapper. I probably threw out the wrapper. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the lid on it, and I'm going to store it in the garage, and tomorrow afternoon bring it back out and show you what it looks like before I stir it. So that's what it is, and I'll come back tomorrow. Okay, I had this in the garage for a while, and then I took it out because it was very humid in the garage, and I put it in here in the kitchen and let it sit overnight. It's been sitting actually a little bit more overnight than I want it to, but when I first looked at it yesterday afternoon, or I guess it was around 3, it was still very, very thin, very much so. So I'm going to take the wooden spatula yesterday, or when I was first doing this, I called it a spoon. Apparently I don't know my shapes. And I'm going to stir it, and it is much thicker than it was when I set it up for overnight, to let it sit overnight. And actually that's a very good consistency. So what I'm going to do, the first batch was very, very thick, and even after stirring it, I'll put that right there. I had to continue. I even have to continue shaking it. So what I did with this one is I added it to an old soft soap bottle that I have. I saved these, and just for this purpose, perfect. So, and I tried it out even after I put a little bit of extra glycerin into it, and it's very good, and it smells like, more so like lavender than the vanilla, and the reason it's this tan color now is because of the vanilla that I put in. But I did put more vanilla in than lavender. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have the bottle here, and after I pour this into the bottle, I'm going to add 100% pure lemon essential oil, and citrus scent, it says. Which makes me wonder if there's another type of lemon essential oil that doesn't have a citrus scent to it. And then this one, I'm going to add a little bit of peppermint oil to it. So probably about maybe five drops to start per bottle. Although I might not need as much peppermint oil, but we'll see. We will see. So I'm going to use this one. Hopefully good pouring. Well, the first time I poured soap into the container, soap went all over the counter. Obviously, I have to work on my pouring skills, I guess. And I'm gonna bring it down a little more. Okay, it doesn't fill up this container. That's pretty good. About that much there. And it is a very good consistency. I think that's probably because of the moisturizing cream that's already contained. Was already contained in the soap. I noticed I did spill a little drop or so over there, so I'm gonna do. And it doesn't smell. Doesn't smell like anything. Okay. And this does not have a dropper. It has this built in, and I'm still new to the essential oil. Let me think. Essential oil scene, I guess it is. Essential oil scene. This is a box of bottles. And I'm taking out what I have read from about essential oils is that you should use, you shouldn't use plastic, but here I'm pouring my soap into a plastic container, but most of the liquid in here is the soap, not the essential oil. Essential oil, it comes in glass bottles, and you should put it in glass bottles, and it shouldn't. There is some speculation like how good is this is a glass dropper, and how good is this glass dropper, because it has a plastic lid and a rubber the rubber jobby there. I'm gonna do that since I can't manipulate the dropper that's built into the lid. 10, I said 10. Hey, look on there. No, it doesn't. This one has the dropper is built into the lid. So, can I smell? I can't smell. I can't smell the lid. So that's actually 10 right there. That's probably all I will add to. 10 drops each, and then shake it. The lemon was had the yellow tint to it, but that's okay. It smells like peppermint. Which is what I thought it would do anyway. I'm gonna pop the bubble. Okay. Yes, I can. So I'm gonna add a little bit more lemon essential oil to it. And that was a little over 10 drops. Okay, put that right there. Shake it up. This is my daytime soap. I think I said that in the first video. Also, I put the other videos on the computer, and it recommends, the Sony Handycam recommends opening up with Windows Media Player. So I opened it up with Windows Media Player and viewed the first video, and the sound was just this very fast ticking sound. And I thought, what is up with that? Do I not have any sound on my video? But I also have on my computer the VLC media player, and when I opened it up with that, the picture was perfect, the sound was perfect, so I'll be going with that. And I'll be opening, try it with Live Movie Maker to see if I can put all these videos together and make one complete video. If it still has the ticking sound, then I'll see if VLC has the job to do that. Okay. Oh yeah, that has a nice pleasant lemon with a hint of peppermint oil scent to it, peppermint scent. So that'll be perfect. And now I see that I didn't get the bottle, this bottle. I have another bottle, a lemon bottle, and I'll show you. This is the one right now that I'm using, the Soft Soap Kitchen Fresh Hands, and I really do like that. But I'm thinking this gets kind of expensive when I have to keep buying it, and I use this in the kitchen. And then I have just a regular Soft Soap Original, I guess it is, for the downstairs bathroom. This one will go to the upstairs bathroom because I use that one at night. That's my nighttime soap. So, I have it done, and then all I have to do now, I don't have to let it sit any longer. I can add it to the bottle and start using it right away. And that's how you make liquid hand soap using a bar of soap. So this is the, I have one extra left over. So I bought a 2-pack. I have a 2-pack. And this is the hypoallergenic Dove Sensitive Skin Hypoallergenic Quarter Moisturizing Cream. They did not have a sensitive skin without the moisturizing cream in there, but the hypoallergenic sensitive skin usually means unscented, not unmoisturized. There you have it. Liquid hand soap. Have a nice day.